Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good ever, whatever time it is for you. Welcome back to the Lambda Log. I know I've been inconsistent and less than on it, but hopefully I can do a few videos today. I'm still taking all my notes. So let's jump right into it. Welcome back to the Lambda Log. This is week 3, day 4, the 6th of August, 2026. We had our warm-up where we worked our song and our dance with our dialogue. Shout out Sandridge. And then we started off rehearsal, beginning with our podcast, Shakespeare's Restless World. So the item this week was an Elizabethan trunk of clothes. It was a peddler's trunk, but it was also like a portable Catholic church, basically. So it had everything that a Catholic priest would need to bring the church and bring mass to Catholic believers who are believers in secret. But yeah, so men played women's roles during Shakespeare, and Shakespeare's audience knew it, and it was like played up and addressed. Gender swapping to hide was frequent theme in Shakespeare, and dressing up to play the part was key. So this trunk was made of pine covered in skin, probably pony skin, which I thought was sad. I don't know why I feel worse about pony skin than cow skin, but and it was probably owned by a peddler. The peddlers sold clothes and items to women, so typically had little songs for selling, little ditties that they would sing, and they were entertainers to make a living. Professional talkers, storytellers, singers, news bringers. These were all things peddlers did. But people were suspicious of peddlers. They acted as Elizabethan Twitter feed. They would spread things, but they weren't always true. Many people were sketchy and would have had alternative purposes and meanings. And sometimes they would pretend to be peddlers and be more nefarious characters. The clothes in a peddler's trunk would be to wear, to be a Catholic priest, and to bring everything necessary, including a relic for the blessing of the Eucharist. Brave, resourceful women are those that kept the Catholicism alive in England, and the trunk's vestments were illegal because Catholicism was illegal, and you could be put to death for treason. Catholic priests needed an altar stone with a relic to bless the Eucharist. Catholic priests would visit faithful Catholics upon risk of death, but door by door. The reader in the podcast was playing an emotional state, said Lawrence. And then he said, yeah, I hope he gets caught and killed. Just some classic Lawrence dig. To play an emotional state or an attitude is to be one note and one feeling throughout. It's good and helpful to be critical to all actors. I should watch Kit Harington's series on Catholics hiding. He couldn't remember what the name of the series was. But religion has been the great divider and unifier. So for our play, we will be dressed in 50s clothing, but we're living in Elizabethan time and customs. And when he was choosing a time, because we were still talking about the Globe version and how it was modern, but it didn't totally work. But he says the setting needs to be a time that's before the pill and before female liberation, because in this play they're distinctly controlled by men, and they're all of that is man centered. Hero can't live her own life. She can't choose her own things. She's socially dead, and so it needs to be a time before that. So he chose the 50s. Um, but we're still keeping Elizabethan culture and things and customs because that's how the play was written. And so we need something for the audience to latch on to. And if they see 50s, they're like, okay, that makes sense to me. The character dictates how you are in a space. Don't start with the mask, but start with the truth, the inner to the outer, who they are. It creates more depth and connection. Work from occupation and situation of your world, the character's world. I am a prince and a commanding soldier. A title isn't a mask, a funny voice, a walk, a twitches. Tea break. Then we got back. Received the music for the dance. Oh, reviewed the dance with Graham to figure out the music. So we reviewed it because he needed to create an intro for it. And then we did our hymn with Graham, and that was our whole morning. We were focused on the music. And then we had lunch, and then when we got back, some people were asking about accents, and Lawrence's question was, what does the accent give you, and is it helpful? And so questions about, like, just does it make you feel different, or what does it add and contribute to the character and help you in doing the character? It's not just an accent for an accent's sake. Then the photographer showed up, and I didn't think I would get up at all, and I ran out. I don't know what this is. I was just writing something to make it seem like I was working for a better picture instead of like being on my phone or something else. So I was writing because it might have been in the background of a picture. But I did get up for the marriage scene, and he took a couple pictures and left. So who knows if I'm in any? But nothing is ever predetermined or planned in Shakespeare. It needs discovery and presence. Look and endow all the images with intention. Much clearer in verse. Fake the truth or connection until it becomes the truth. Fake it till you make it. Push it and go there. He can't find. This is about Don Pedro, my character. He can't find happiness. He isn't allowed it. He lives through the happiness of his subjects and his friends. This is the claw on his guts. Throw yourself off the edge of the cliff. Use the language to deliver the thoughts. Find what the thought is and connect it through. The way Lawrence is an example of commitment, we can show and feel the way he directs and personifies things. And that was the day. A lovely day. A Thursday. Anyway, went down. Some to go. Bye bye.